What's up, sports fans? This is the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. We are live here, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome everybody to the live stream of Lucas Ross Sports. We are getting ready for our first live play-by-play broadcast as college football Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024. Getting ready for the Week 0 matchup between the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Florida State Seminoles. It is all coming up for you here in just a few moments. Close to about 20 minutes away from the kickoff between these two teams. Of course, this game kicks off in Dublin, Ireland. That is where the Dublin, Ireland game will be held this year for this ACC conference matchup. And, of course, last year was Notre Dame versus Navy, but this year it's in the ACC. It will be Florida State and Georgia Tech doing the Dublin, Ireland game this season. Well, game day check now. We do have some news here. Wide receiver Hakeem Williams will be out. Sophomore, not expected to miss significant time due to the injury, but Georgia Tech's quarterback room, Haynes King and Zach Pyron, both expected to play. We'll see probably two quarterbacks for Georgia Tech here in this game, but Florida State's coaching staff, of course, has some suspensions and everything, but we'll take a look at that here in just a few moments. But let's talk about both of these teams' preseason expectations, but not just any preseason expectations. Let's take a look at recaps from last year. Well, last year we'll start with Georgia Tech. They're coming off a very big surprising season, finishing 7-6, and they are hoping to get this program back in the right direction where it used to be and at least be a competitive team in this conference, which they were last year. They had a couple of wins against North Carolina, I believe, and also Miami. So they pulled off huge upsets against two very talented teams. Can they do that to another talented team here in Florida State today? Well, Haynes King, of course, returns at quarterback. Georgia Tech, of course, relied on him a lot last year. Haynes King transferred from Texas A&M to come here to Georgia Tech, and he had a phenomenal start to his Georgia Tech career, looking to build on his momentum going into 2024. But again, Georgia Tech last year, 7-6. Can they try to have success? Obviously, when it comes to this game against Florida State, or will this year be back in the wrong direction for Georgia Tech? But we'll find out how good this team is going to be once we get into kickoff time. Again, Georgia Tech 7-6 last year. Again, what will they do this year? And looking at Florida State, they are ranked number 10 in the AP poll. Obviously, coming off a wonderful season last year. Jordan Travis, of course, led this Florida State team to a conference championship. So they're taking on, again, the Yellow Jackets are taking on the defending ACC champions. And for Florida State last year, they went 12-0 in the regular season, but obviously did not make it to the college football playoff. That was the big story last year here for this Florida State team, finishing 13-0, winning the conference championship, but not making it into the playoff in the last four-team playoff era. But this year could finally be their year. Florida State, with a 12-team playoff now, is on a path to win another conference championship. Not just that, but they also have a chance to be a top 4 team going into the playoff this year. But again, they are ranked number 10 in the AP poll. AP poll doesn't really matter, though. But again, what matters is that Florida State gets off to a really, really good start, led by head coach Mike Norvell. But meanwhile, for Florida State, you take a look at what they have coming up this year. They lost so much talent from last season's team. Of course, the loss for Jordan Travis will a little hurt them just a little bit. But they brought in a new transfer quarterback, and that is, of course, DJ Oyungale. Comes in from Oregon State, played his first 2 years at, of course, Clemson, and that was definitely, really just a tough one to see him not just play really hard there at Clemson, but either way, we will see his college career now come back to the ACC to Florida State. Last year spent at Oregon State. We'll see what he can do there. We saw what he could do there, but it just did not work out for him. He comes now back to the ACC to play for Florida State. So, again, how consistent can he be and how good can he be here for this Florida State team? We'll find that out in this game today, as his first 2 games are against conference opponents. So it's going to be a little bit, tough to start out the year, but against 2 lesser competition. Not saying that Georgia Tech and Boston College will be really easy opponents, but it just gives you time for DJ Oyungale to get back to where he needs to be. But that's all the breakdown we have. We got more pregame coming up for you in just a little bit. You are listening live here to a play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024 right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Live play-by-play broadcasts of college football 2024. Week 0 is finally here, and college football officially is back. Florida State and Georgia Tech getting ready to go at it in a conference matchup here in the ACC. Let's break down this matchup for you going into, of course, the start of the week, and then, of course, leading up to this big matchup starting today. Well, Florida State, of course, coming into this game as the favorite. They are a 10.5-point favorite. The over and under, of course, is at 54.5, so a little bit of a medium, a little bit of a scoring game. Maybe they'll score both in the 20s today, maybe the 30s perhaps, but we'll see what these offenses look like. We got 2 kind of veteran quarterbacks, Haynes King and DJ Oyungale. We'll see if both of these quarterbacks can stay consistent, but of course, the nerves probably are, getting in there for both of these quarterbacks and for both of these teams, because this is the first game of the college football season, and I think a little bit of nerves are coming for both of these teams, but we'll see how it goes. But this is a conference game. It's obviously a big one here for both of these teams to get your college football season started and have a chance to probably make it to the ACC championship. Well, for Florida State, again, they're ranked number 10 in the AP poll. Obviously, they're going to be the favorite because they're the more talented team. But you look at, of course, the matchup predictor, the FBI. They favor Florida State in this game 79.8%. For Georgia Tech, they only give about 20.2%. So I think Georgia Tech's got a really good opportunity to really compete in this game. I mean, there's no question about it. It seems like the program is heading in the right direction, and if it can, really, head in the right direction, Georgia Tech's future is going to be definitely bright. Of course, Georgia Tech, over the years has pulled off some big-time wins, but they have just not lived up to those expectations, and they have a very tough schedule this year, especially in the non-conference. They got to play Notre Dame and Georgia, but that's not going to matter as of right now. They got to focus on Florida State here in this first game of the college football season. But again, Florida State is the favorite in this one by 10.5 points, so a double-digit favorite. It's not by much because this is a neutral site game. And again, if it was at Florida State or Georgia Tech, I think Florida State would be big if they were in Tallahassee. But if they were on the road at Georgia Tech, I think it would be probably at 10.5 as well. But this is going to be a big-time game. We'll see what happens in this college football 2024 first game of the season. We got plenty of college football 2024 season games coming up for you, of course, throughout the season, and especially for next weekend because that's when the real season begins. It mainly begins on Thursday, though, but we got a big-time doubleheader for you next Saturday. Going to go ahead and announce it. We got the Florida Gators. They will host the Miami Hurricanes next Saturday. We will be on live broadcast for that game. We'll have a doubleheader that's next Saturday. We got Notre Dame and also Texas A&M. And an independent versus SEC showdown. Of course, the Mike Elko era begins next Saturday night. That'll be a big-time game. That's the big-time game coming up next weekend. That's where College Game Day will be heading. And then meanwhile, we also got some other big-time games coming up over the Labor Day weekend. We got Georgia taking on Clemson. Of course, we'll not broadcast that game, but it is at noon Eastern time. But just, again, a couple of big-time games for you coming up here on the channel. Saturday, again, next Saturday, we got the, Florida Gators taking on the Miami Hurricanes in an old rivalry game. And then again, Notre Dame, and also we got Texas A&M, a top 25 showdown there. Again, we'll have coverage of that game. And then next Sunday, we will have the LSU versus USC game. That game will be on Sunday night before Labor Day. We'll have broadcasts of that game. And then maybe next Monday, we might do Florida State again. But that's what the schedule is looking like as of right now. We got plenty of games coming up for you, of course, throughout the college football season. Well, we are close to kickoff. College Game Day, of course, is making their picks. They're making their picks of the Big Ten champion, and also they are making their conference championship picks and their playoff predictions. Hopefully we see Lee Corso next week. We're just really praying that he has a healthy, body and everything. Again, I just want to say my prayers to Lee Corso, and hopefully he'll be back with the Game Day crew next week. But we're going to take a break here. We got kickoff here in just a moment, and we'll talk about more about this matchup between Florida State and Georgia Tech. You're listening live here to a play-by-play broadcast of College Football 2024 right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcasts of college football 2024. Getting ready for the kickoff between the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Florida State Seminoles, the number 10th ranked team in the AP poll, I should say, the Florida State Seminoles. And College Game Day is picking their national champion. Desmond Howard went with Oregon, and then Nick Saban goes with Georgia. And yes, Nick Saban is a new member of the College Game Day crew. Nick Saban, of course, retiring after a long coaching career at Alabama, 17 years. Of course, won national championships. And again, he's one of the greatest coaches of all time. Really tough to not see him this year, on the football field. But either way, college football is going to be fun no matter what. Nick Saban, of course, retiring no matter what. It's going to be a really fun season here in 2024. But all those newcomers here in the conferences, let's talk about the conference realignment as Pat McAfee is making his national champion pick. I'll get to that in just a moment. He's picking Georgia. No doubt about it. I've picked Georgia ever since my offseason prediction started. Seamus is going with Notre Dame. Of course, Seamus is one of the celebrity guest pickers. A WWE wrestler is there in his hometown in Dublin, Ireland. And we talked about the conference realignment. SEC getting two newcomers in Texas and also Oklahoma coming from the Big 12. We talked about the newcomers in the Big 12 as well with Utah, Arizona, Arizona State, and just multiple newcomers coming over from different conferences. The Pac-12, of course, is officially over, and we also have the Big Ten, Oregon coming in. We also had Washington, USC, and UCLA. And then again, the ACC with SMU, Stanford, and look at Kirk Herbstreit picking Oregon. So two guys on the game day crew go with Oregon. I tell you what, Oregon is pretty dangerous this year. We'll see what that team looks like in the first few weeks and everything. So that is what their Saturday selections are. But we got kickoff coming up here in just a minute. Now they're getting ready to make their picks here for Florida State. So let's see what they pick here. So Desmond Howard is first. Again, Florida State is favored by 10.5 in this game. Desmond Howard, of course, going with Florida State. Georgia Tech, Nick Saban, well, we'll see what he picks. And Nick Saban's going with Florida State. Kirk Herbstreit. Sometimes Kirk makes the, sometimes he makes the underdog picks, but he's going to pick Florida State either way there. And Pat McAfee, who is he going to pick? I do like Pat McAfee just a little bit in the game day crew. Pat McAfee is going with the Seminoles, and he says by a lot. I don't really think so. I think Georgia Tech's going to come out really fighting in this game. Again, this is kind of an important game for both of these teams to get things started here in this college football season. And how about Seamus going with the upset, Georgia Tech? Well, you can't blame him. Sometimes upsets will, happen. But, again, going into this game, we'll see what happens. Florida State and Georgia Tech. It's coming up here in just a little bit. We'll get it for you. And I will be broadcasting it right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. And we are back here already here on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. It's getting ready to happen, ladies and gentlemen. 2024 college football season is finally upon us. All the offseason is over with. Again, we got a big-time conference game coming up for you here between Florida State and Georgia Tech. The Seminoles make their entrance. They'll be in those famous maroon uniforms with the gold pants and the old gold helmet. Florida State last year, of course, the defending ACC champions. This is the College Football Classic here in Dublin, Ireland. and the ACC on ESPN. Georgia Tech will be in the white uniforms, all white with white helmets, and the all gold on the numbers, and then, of course, a little bit of navy blue on the numbers as well. Again, college football is a little bit different this year as well. I forgot to mention the new rules. There's a 2-minute warning. The 2-minute warning, of course, is the new thing this year. Of course, just like the NFL, the clock will stop at the 2-minute mark every once in a while. So it won't really stop in the first quarter. I think it would only stop in the second quarter, the third, and the fourth. So that's my understanding. But again, there's just been a lot of new changes. It's a new era of college football, not just with the rule changes, but also with a conference realignment. Again, newcomers for the ACC. Looking at the series history between Florida State and Georgia Tech, this is the only 26th all-time meeting between these two conference schools in the ACC. Florida State won the previous matchup a couple years ago in 2022. Largest margin of victory for the Yellow Jackets was 34-0. Longest win streak was 4. Longest win streak for Florida State was 12. 51-0 was their largest margin of victory. National championships for both of these programs, Georgia Tech with 4. Florida State with 3 conference championships, 16 for the Seminoles, 15 for the Yellow Jackets. And then looking at wins all time, 756 for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, 581 for the Seminoles. And then Heisman winners, Florida State with 3, none for Georgia Tech. Florida State, of course, had their last Heisman Trophy winner come 11 years ago, and that was Jameis Winston. Of course, led that team to the national championship that year. And then NFL draft picks, 287 for the Seminoles, 219 for the Yellow Jackets. First round NFL draft picks, 47 for the Seminoles, and then 10 for the Yellow Jackets. So that's just a little bit of a comparison for both of these teams. Again, Florida State leads the all-time series 15-11 against the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets in this series. Again, both of these teams have not met each other a lot throughout the years. Again, new high expectations here. Florida State, again, lost so much talent from last year, but what Mike Norvell done is get some guys from the transfer portal. He's got a new quarterback in DJ Oyungale. We'll see how good he's going to be for this team. Meanwhile, Georgia Tech probably going to go with 2 different quarterbacks in this game. Of course, Haynes King is the main guy. Georgia Tech won the toss. Looks like they deferred, and Florida State will receive. So we'll see the Florida State offense out on the field for the first time with new quarterback DJ Oyungale. This crowd is looking like a really good crowd. Again, college football is back, ladies and gentlemen. It is finally time. The wait is over. The offseason expectations are over. It's now time to settle things on the field. Georgia Tech will kick off, and we're underway. College football is back. And the kick goes out of the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So DJ Oyungale, the transfer from Oregon State, started his career, though, at Clemson. Career highs at Clemson and Oregon State, 8,319 passing yards, 57 passing touchdowns, 1,132 rushing yards, and then 21 rushing touchdowns. Again, has really had an up-and-down career as a quarterback, but could this finally be his year? I mean, baseball is, of course, his first sport, but he is a great quarterback. We'll see what he does here on this first series for the Florida State Seminoles. First down and 10 at the 25-yard line. First play of the season, of the college football season. Oyungale throws it out right. Pass complete to the right side, and it's a quick first down for the Seminoles. And he'll get out to about the 30-yard line to the 35, it looks like. So Oyungale completes his first pass as a Florida State quarterback. So the Seminoles pick up an automatic first down. So far, I think Florida State's going to try to get DJ a little bit comfortable here in the first minute or so of this first drive. That was a gain of 12 on that last play. First down and 10, ball at the 37-yard line. Florida State in their own territory. Oyungale out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Going to hand it off to the tailback right side. Nice run out to about the 45-yard line. That's where they'll mark it down. Good gain by the Florida State running back. And it will be a gain of about 8 yards. So just a minute in, Florida State looking a little bit of aggressive here in the first drive of this season. Again, Mike Norvell led this Florida State team last year to a conference championship, but missed out on the college football playoff. Of course, the Seminole fans will not forget that day. For second down and 2 now, ball at the 45. A toss left side, and Florida State's got a first down into midfield. Looks like that ball will be spotted right around the 50-yard line, and that'll be another first down for the Seminoles. So the second first down here for the Florida State offense. DJ Uyungale trying to get this offense going here aggressive a little bit early. But again, Florida State lost so much players from last year on the offensive side, but they've regrouped some talent to come here from the transfer portal. Of course, that's always a big thing in college football. Uyungale out of the shotgun, going to hand it off up the middle, and a short gain for the Seminoles, but they get to Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets territory. They're going to say that's going to be second down and about 7, so about a 3-yard gain for the Seminoles. Just 3 minutes in, 12:35 to go in the first quarter. We are just underway here in the first official game of the college football season. Got other matchups coming up in week number 0, which we'll talk about in just a minute. Uyungale out of the shotgun, takes the snap, going to hand it off to his tailback. Nice run to the left side, and another first down for Florida State on a 2nd and 7. That is Lucas, number 13. Of course, my name is Lucas, but his last name is Lucas, and he'll get the first down for Florida State. And Florida State goes quickly to the line, ball at the 38-yard line. Uyungale gets the snap, going to hand it off, another run here for Florida State, and a big-time run for the Seminoles. They're going to get a first down, I believe it looks like, and a very aggressive Florida State running game so far here that we're seeing in the first quarter of play as they are trying to wear down this Georgia Tech defensive line in the early part of this game. That's kind of a good strategy here by this Florida State offense. Ball at the 28-yard line, first down and 10 after that nice run. Uyungale with 2 guys just beside him. He's out of the shotgun. Throw it on the first play of the game. Hasn't thrown since. Will he throw here on this one? Uyungale gets the snap. Nope, he's going to hand it off to his tailback. Big open space to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Florida State. What a way to start college football 2024. Lawrence Tofeli, 28 yards for the rushing touchdown. Lawrence Tofei gets the score for the Florida State Seminole offense. What a way to start the college football season. And wait a minute, 2-point attempt by the Florida State Seminoles. We were looking at the replay, and how about that? 2-point conversion, and Florida State goes aggressive. They now lead 8-0. Boy, oh boy, this looks like a different Florida State team on the offensive side of the football. But again, Florida State did everything right in that first drive. And it looks like Florida State had most all of their guys on the left. We've seen this kind of play before where it looks like the punter or maybe the kicker maybe almost takes a snap, but the ball actually goes to the left side, and Florida State puts up a fake, and just like that, it's 8-0, folks. Great start for the Florida State offense. And Florida State fans I've got to feel happy about that with 10:58 remaining here in the first quarter of play. So Florida State's going to kick off here. And that ball is going to be returnable at the 1 yard line. Georgia Tech's going to bring it out to the 15, to the 20-yard line. Looks like he'll just get there to the 20-yard line, and that's where he is. So we'll see what that Georgia Tech offense looks like. As again, they keep showing the replay of the fake field goal. And I tell you what, that is excellently done by the Seminole special teams. There's an injured Georgia Tech player down. And we will take a quick break here. We'll be right back here in just a moment. Your score, 10:50 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Florida State 8, Georgia Tech 0. You're listening live here to a play-by-play broadcast of College Football 2024 right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcasts of College Football 2024. We got about 10:50 to go in the first quarter of play. Your score is Florida State 8, Georgia Tech 0. Florida State goes down the field with a rushing touchdown, and Florida State also converts on a two-point conversion, a fake field goal two-point conversion, and the Seminoles lead early in this ball game by 8 points in the Dublin, Ireland matchup. So Georgia Tech, of course, now it's raining in Dublin, Ireland. Of course, it was looking cloudy whenever I was watching game day, so now it's going to be a little bit of a sloppy kind of game here for both of these teams. So how much will that affect here in the early season kind of feel for both of these teams? But Georgia Tech comes out on the offense for the first time. It is Haynes King. Second season, of course, at Georgia Tech. Last year was his first year. Had a great season. Georgia Tech's going to go with the run here on the first play. Up the middle. Look out. Great run to the 30 to the 35-yard line, and he'll be spotted there at the 35. And a quick first down here by the Georgia Tech offense. So both of these teams kind of focusing on the running game as of right now. Last year, Haynes King, 27 touchdown passes, 16 interceptions, really was inconsistent at throwing the football at times, but we'll see. We'll see if he can clean those mistakes up. First down and 10 at the 35-yard line. A quick first down by the Yellow Jackets. Sends a guy in motion. They're going to sweep it to the right here on the 40 to the 45-yard line. And looks like it's going to be just short of that first down. They're going to spot him at the 44-yard line. And Georgia Tech will be just short of that. So the impact players for the Florida State defense, Patrick Payton, Joshua Farmer, Darrell Jackson Jr., and Marvin Jones Jr. These are guys that are coming in from the transfer portal on that secondary for the Florida State defense. Of course, last year lost so many players. They opted out in that Georgia game in the Orange Bowl, but these guys are back playing together in their first kind of test. And now there's a throw to the right side by King. Big open space on the pass, a short pass on the right side, and a first down for Georgia Tech close to that 10-yard line. And Georgia Tech, that was Rutherford. It was a simple kind of short pass kind of screen route. And Rutherford takes it into Florida State territory to the 20, to the 15, close to that 10-yard line. He'll be just short of it. Already both of these teams going with explosive yards here in this game, which we probably did not expect. Georgia Tech with the ball. Left side run by Georgia Tech, and it's going to be just short of that first down. This Georgia Tech offense looks really good as well. Again, you could just never count out big underdogs in this kind of game. Again, Georgia Tech came in as a 10-point underdog, which is really not bad for a neutral site game, but can this program get back in the right direction? It looks like they're off to a really good start. But again, this is a pretty young defense of Florida State. They're a brand new defense. Second out and 1. Georgia Tech, a toss, fake toss left. Haynes King takes it. He's going to be just short of that end zone. People think he got in, but he's going to be really well short. But either way, the good news is he gets a first down out of it. It'll be first and goal for the Yellow Jackets. I tell you what, we're seeing some really good offensive playing here by both of these teams in the first quarter of play. And now we're going to see a new quarterback here for Georgia Tech. Again, two quarterbacks. That's Zach Pyron, the sophomore from Pinson, Alabama, 6'3", 208 pounds. First and goal at the 1 for Georgia Tech, trying to get on the board. Direct snap, fake on the sweep, and Pyron gets in for a touchdown for Georgia Tech. And the Yellow Jackets respond back right away from 1 yard out from Zach Pyron. So Georgia Tech gets on the board on a Zach Pyron 1-yard touchdown. What a way to start the college football season of 2024, but this is kind of like early season feel. Both of these teams are going to be a little bit rusty to start out the year, but these teams will get better. But the extra point up and good by Georgia Tech. Tremendous drive and a tremendous answer back by the Yellow Jackets. And with that, 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. Your score, Florida State 8, Georgia Tech 7. We got a ball game, folks, as you're listening live here to a play-by-play broadcast of College Football 2024 right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024. Of course, the first official game of the college football season. It's week 0. Your score here in the first quarter of play: Florida State Seminoles 8, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets 7. Both teams scoring on their first drives of the game. Of course, some rain has now fallen down in Dublin, Ireland, but that did not affect the Georgia Tech offense. And, of course, both teams, again, scoring on their first drive. But Florida State added a 2-point conversion to their name. So that's where Florida State got the 8 points from. That ball is into the end zone for a touchback. So Florida State will get the ball back here. Again, DJ Oyungale spent his first 2 years at Clemson. We saw him just throw one pass on that first drive, and he completed it for a first down. DJ Oyungale, again, spent this time at Oregon State last year in the 2023 season. Now he's taken over after a successful career by Jordan Travis. Florida State starts at the 25, double fake, and they'll go to try to run on the right side. Florida State trying to get to the edge, and they do. I tell you what, Lucas, number 13, it looked like he was going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1 or 2, but he somehow got back to the original line of scrimmage and was able to get a gain of 3. So Florida State on second down now. 7:01 to go in the first quarter. Again, our first college football 2024 play-by-play broadcast here on the channel. Been really excited for this ever since the offseason. Oyungale back to pass. Oyungale tries to run for it, and he's taken down, not for a loss probably, maybe for about a yard gain, maybe none, but good coverage downfield by the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, and Oyungale gets taken down for the first time in this game. He gets about a 2-yard gain, so not bad, not a sack at least. 3rd down and 5. Oyungale has over 1,000 yards rushing in his career as a college football quarterback. 3rd down and 5 at the 30-yard line. Oyungale over the middle, complete to the 40, 45, spin move into midfield, still on his feet. He gets to Georgia Tech territory down at the 49-yard line. Beautiful move by the Florida State wide receiver. That ball was almost into single. That ball was in single coverage. It looked like it was going to be batted down. But Lawrence Torelli with the catch. That ball is complete. Meanwhile, Oyungale threw a pass, and it's going to be completed to the 45. A gain of 4 on that last play. Again, now the raincoats are out in the stands. Got some rain coming down. Not a way to start out the college football season with a beautiful day. Oyungale is 4 out of 4 so far for 42 yards in this game. He goes out of the shotgun here on 2nd and 6. Sends a guy in motion. They run a jet sweep, a touch pass, I should say. And again, that's a pass, and it's another first down for Florida State at the 39-yard line. Jay Douglas, number 0, gets the Florida State first down. Notable Florida State transfers. They are showing it now. Riddell Williams, Malik Benson come over from the historic Alabama program. Marvin Jones Jr. comes from Georgia. And then Devontae Brown comes over from Miami. 17 total transfers recruited in the transfer portal by the Seminoles. Again, they have done a tremendous job the last couple years getting guys to come over there to the Florida State Seminoles. Oyungale under center. Oyungale on play action. Fires it, and it's incomplete. It is in and out of the hands. That is the first incompletion of the game for DJ Oyungale. That's not a really fantastic, throw by Oyungale. It is right in the hands, but that ball was dropped because of this rain. But again, you're not really used to practicing in the rain that much. Oyungale, though, will try to rebound it here. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 39-yard line. With 4:17 remaining in the first quarter, your score is 8-7. Oyungale gets the snap, hands it off to his tailback, and maybe got a gain of 2 or maybe 3 yards at best, maybe 4. Ball is at the 39, it looked like, but now it's at the 36, so maybe a gain of 3. It's 3rd down coming up, and they are going to say 3rd down and about 6, so a gain of about 4. 3rd down and 6. Florida State converted their first 3rd down of the game last time. Let's see if they do it here. Oyungale, they're going to hand it off on 3rd and 6, and there is a flag down, the first flag of the game. And it might be a holding call against Florida State, and it is. Jerry McGillis is the referee for this game out of the ACC conference, so this is a pretty fair officiating crew. So that's the first flag of the game, and there is still a long discussion about this play, what transpired. We're still waiting to see what the penalty is. And it is a holding against Florida State. Keandre Jones, number 75, is called for the holding for Florida State, so that's the first penalty of the game. It would result in a 10-yard penalty, but Georgia Tech surprisingly declined the penalty. So now Florida State can go for it here. And the ball is spotted at the 33-yard line, so that is definitely a territory where you want to go for it here. It's only 4th and 4, so that is definitely a reasonable choice here to go for it. Oyungale will go out of the shotgun here on this play. We've seen him out of the shotgun here for the most part of this game already. Oyungale, blitz coming from Georgia Tech. Pass complete, and not going to get to the first down. It's short. Good open field tackle by the Yellow Jackets. And Georgia Tech gets the ball back on 1st and 10. Beautiful, beautiful tackle by number 3, and that's Harvey. Beautiful tackle, and that will give Georgia Tech the football back. And we will take a quick break here as you're listening live here to a play-by-play broadcast of College Football 2024. Your score, Florida State 8, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets 7. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcasts of college football 2024. It is week 0, of course, and we got a good one here for you again. Your score, Florida State 8, Georgia Tech 7, as the game, of course, is being held in Dublin, Ireland. It's been an interesting game so far. Both of these teams scored on their first drive, but, last drive when we went into commercial break, Florida State had a fourth down opportunity to convert, but Georgia Tech stopped it, so they get the ball back. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Haynes King at quarterback. They're going to try the run here on the left side, and a big loss on the play as Florida State's defense drops the Georgia Tech running game all the way back to the 26-yard line. That is going to be about a loss of maybe about 4, maybe 5. So a nice time stop there by the Florida State defense. That's been the big play here by the Florida State defense here so far in this game. That's a loss of 6 on that last play. 2nd down and 16. One guy in the backfield with Haynes King. King throws it here on the right side. Pass complete to the 20-yard line. Gets to about the 25-yard line. And now it's 3rd down coming up here for the Georgia Tech offense. Again, both of these teams scored on their first opening drives of the ball game, went really aggressive. Florida State went for the 2-point conversion, and that ball actually did not get back. That ball actually did not get past the line of scrimmage, so it's now 3rd and long. 3rd down and 16. Haynes King gets the snap, looking to throw. Now he's going to take off with it. A lot of green grass, maybe wet, but he gets a few yards on that play. But it's not even going to be close to that 1st down, so that brings up 3 and out. That'll be the first 3 and out by either team today. And this will be the first punt of the game for the Yellow Jackets by either one of these teams. Got 90 seconds to go in this first quarter of play. David Shanahan, what a story for him in his hometown. Punting here in this one, and that ball goes out of bounds. And that ball looks like it's spotted at around the 25-yard line. And we still got some more Week 0 action coming your way. Don't forget, coming up, we got an FCS kickoff. Of course, I don't really study the FCS teams that much. We got SMU opening up as a Power 4 team. They'll be traveling to take on Nevada. That game will be at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Central Time, and that will be on the CBS Sports Network. So, again, SMU, a newcomer in the ACC this year. That team is going to be very talented, and we'll see what they look like in that first game this evening. 1st down and 10. Florida State takes over at their own 25-yard line with Uyunglele out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Uyunglele fakes, throws it a short pass to the right side. Plenty of open space and a 1st down for Florida State at about the 36-yard line. Down to the final minute here of this first quarter. It's been pretty even between these two teams so far. Both teams scoring on their first drive, and now both defenses are trying to calm down a little bit after they gave up opening drive touchdowns. Uyunglele is now 7 of 8, off to a terrific start here in this game with 62 yards. Under center, DJ Uyunglele goes, hands it off, and they're going to be dragged back for a loss. Georgia Tech gets a big-time stop there. That's number 15, Butler, with the tackle. And Georgia Tech knocks Florida State's run game back for a loss for the first time in this ball game. Loss of 3 yards, and clock's going to run down here in this first quarter of play. So both offenses, again, scoring on first drives. That is the end of the first quarter of play of this opening college football season of 2024. We will take a quick break here. Your score, as we got the second quarter coming up, your score is Florida State 8, Georgia Tech 7. You're listening live here to a live play-by-play broadcast of College Football 2024 right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcasts of College Football 2024. First quarter of play comes down to the official end of the college football season of 2024, the first official quarter. As your score at the end of that first quarter, Florida State 8, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets 7. Looks like the rain has cleared up and it's now turning into a sunshine down there in Dublin, Ireland. In that first quarter of play, Florida State had 8 first downs. Georgia Tech had 4. As we're back to play here, second down and 13. Oyungale hands it off to his tailback. And a nice, great defensive effort by Georgia Tech. Another loss on the play for the Florida State run game. 128 total yards in that first quarter for the Seminoles. 79 for Georgia Tech. 66 rushing yards in that first quarter for the Seminoles, and then 37 for the Yellow Jackets. Georgia Tech's been going with the running game mostly so far. 3rd and 15. Longest third down of this game here for the Seminoles. Oyungale out of the shotgun, ball at the 32-yard line. Oyungale looking to throw, trying to look deep, but he's taken down. Oyungale goes down for the sack, but there is a flag. And I think it's going to be a penalty on Georgia Tech for a face mask. And with that, that gives an automatic first down for Florida State. That's the first penalty on the Yellow Jackets. That is a very tough break there. You had a long 3rd and 15. And Oyungale goes down pretty hard, got grabbed by the face mask. That was a dangerous play for this Florida State quarterback. That could have been really disastrous if Oyungale got a little bit more hurt there, but at least he's getting up. So after that 15-yard penalty, it was 3rd and 15. Now it's an automatic first down here for the Seminoles, as we're already a minute into the second quarter of play. Oyungale out of the shotgun, takes the snap, fakes it to his tailback, pressure coming. Ball, screen pass is complete to the left side, and a nice run after the catch. First down. And Rory Rodell, a transfer from Alabama, makes the play, and he's got the first down. Oyungale set up the screen to his tailback, and it looks like it was going to be a sack on the play, but instead it goes for a first down. Georgia Tech's defensive coordinator not really happy about that play. Into Georgia Tech territory they go. A short pass complete to the right side. Gain of about 2 yards. Catch made by number 6, Jalen Brown. Georgia Tech, led by defensive coordinator Tyler Santucky. He's the defensive coordinator and linebackers coach. Gain of 2 yards on that last reception. Florida State today, 78 reception yards, 69 yards after a catch so far in this game. Oyungale, ball at the 37-yard line for this Florida State offense. They scored on their first drive of the game. If you're just joining us, Oyungale goes on the left side, carried by Holmes, number 26, close to that first down. It'll be another third down coming up here for the Seminoles. Now, Florida State's going to try to wear down this Georgia Tech defense with the running game, but it's just the first half of play. We'll see if these guys can stay hydrated coming up throughout this entire game. Oyungale on a quarterback keeper, and he's taken down. It's a 3rd down and 2, and that's another big-time play by the Yellow Jacket defense, and this time they get away with a face mask. That is a big-time stop by this Georgia Tech defense. And with that, will Florida State go for it, or will they punt it away for the first time? They're actually going to go for the field goal, so it's a long field goal, 52-yard attempt for Ryan Fitzgerald, 90.5 field goal percentage last year, and 52-yard attempt is good. And he knocks it down the middle. And with that, Florida State takes a 4-point lead with 11:06 remaining in the first half of play. Your score, Florida State 11, Georgia Tech 7. You're listening live here to a play-by-play broadcast of College Football 2024, right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcasts of college football 2024. 11:06 to go here in the first half of play between Florida State and Georgia Tech, an ACC conference showdown in the opening college football season of 2024. Your score is the number 10th ranked Florida State Seminoles leading the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets 11-7. Of course, in that first quarter of play, we saw both of these teams score on their first drive on the play. And then, of course, Florida State got a field goal a while ago from 52 yards to make it 11-7. Florida State had a 2-point conversion in the first quarter as well, but Georgia Tech would respond back. And we had some rainfall down at Dublin, Ireland, so that's been like the storyline so far here in this game so far. But Florida State will kick it off here. Back to the Georgia Tech offense. And this ball will go all the way to the end zone for the touchback. Last year, Georgia Tech in rankings, they were the first in rushing yards per game, but last in rushing yards per game allowed. So that's the difference there between the offense and the defense for Georgia Tech. That's something that they got to improve this year, especially on the defense and yards allowed on the rushing game. And Buster Faulkner is the offensive coordinator for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Haynes King back at quarterback. This is more of a running attack team that I'm seeing so far here for the Yellow Jackets instead of a passing game. But King will throw here on first down. Fires it right, too high and incomplete. So that brings up second down. Just not a good throw there by Haynes King. And Georgia Tech. Toughest schedules this year. Georgia Tech is in the top 5 in that category. They got to play Georgia and Notre Dame on the schedule. They got this game against Florida State, which is another tough game, but Florida has the very toughest schedule in the country. We will see them next Saturday against that Miami Hurricanes team with a lot of high expectations. Meanwhile, Georgia Tech goes with the running game, and they'll get about a gain close to about 5 yards. It looks like the ball will be down at the 20 or the 30-yard line, so third down, they'll say third down and about 5 yards to go. So a shotgun formation here for Haynes King. Sends a guy in motion to the right. Haynes King to throw. King got time, fires it left, got a man, first down. All the way out to the 40 to the 42-yard line. And it's a first down, Georgia Tech. So beautiful throw by King. And that's a third down conversion, successful attempt by the Yellow Jackets. Georgia Tech, no matter what, if they get in the end zone, they'll have the lead. Florida State just up by 4 in this game. It's been a pretty good matchup so far. King out of the shotgun. Going to hand it off to his tailback on the left side. Trying to fight for extra yardage. He's got 4 Florida State defenders all over him. And somehow he finally goes down. That's a good gain on that play. And we see Haynes King. They're discussing why they got his hands on the side of his helmet. Well, I think they have a communication thing where you can have your offensive coordinator communicate to you inside the helmet. Maybe that's something new in college football this year. Gain of 6 yards on that last play makes it 2nd and 4. And the ball is spotted at about the 42-yard or the 47-yard line. And Xander gets the carry. Xander with a nice big hole to the 40 into Florida State territory. And he'll get down at about the 37-yard line. First down, Georgia Tech. And again, Georgia Tech sticking with the running game here in this one. They know how young this Florida State defense is. Again, you might think it's not young because they have some players in the transfer portal, but these guys have never played together before, so this is the first time that we're seeing them play together as a defensive team. First down and 10, King out of the shotgun. Play action, King looking. King's going to go deep, left side. Got a man out there, but he overshot his intended receiver. Oh my. You cannot miss that kind of open receiver right there if you're Haynes King. There was nobody out there. There was just 2 Florida State safeties out there on that play, but that's kind of early season feels. You do miss your receivers maybe in the first few weeks of the season, but that was just definitely a big time play that you can't miss if you're Haynes King, but he'll try to rebound it here. Second down and 10. King's going to keep it on a quarterback keeper. Shows off his legs to the 30, to the 25-yard line, and he's out of bounds. Beautiful run by Haynes King. First down, Yellow Jackets. Haynes King weighs over 250-something pounds, maybe 240-something pounds, 30. But he finally shows off his legs, and I tell you what, if King keeps that up, he could be a very dangerous running quarterback. He gets the first down for the Yellow Jackets. Again, Georgia Tech last year first in all categories in the ACC in rushing the football. Again, this is more of a running team. 8 play of this current drive for the Georgia Tech offense. 7:31 remaining in the first half. King going to hand it off to his tailback this time. Spin move. It looked like he was going to go down for just a short gain, but almost got away with it, and Georgia Tech with another nice run on this play. They're trying to wear down this Florida State defense. This could be another dangerous running kind of team in the ACC this year. Well, I tell you what, it looked like Florida State was going to knock them back for a loss. I think Florida State's just trying to strip that football, but again, you got to wrap up and tackle. Gain of 7 yards. 12 rushes here in this game for the Yellow Jackets. King keeps it on a quarterback keeper. King breaks a tackle to the 15, and another first down. Haynes King. That was great eyes by Haynes King. It looked like Georgia Tech was going to be brought for a loss, but King kept it at the last second, and the quarterback picks up the first down. Georgia Tech really close to the end zone here. 10th play of this current drive, and it's gone for almost 5 minutes. Trying to wear down that Florida State defense and trying to keep that Florida State offense off the field. Great strategy by the Yellow Jackets. And Haynes gets the carry here for the Yellow Jackets, and he'll get down around the 10-yard line. .555 remaining. Don't forget, coming up at the half, we will have halftime stats for both of these teams, and then we'll talk about some other upcoming games coming up for you tonight, and then also next weekend we'll talk about our broadcasting schedule. And also we got NFL coming up for you here on the channel as well, so stay tuned for that. King out of the shotgun, takes the snap, going to hit on a quarterback keeper. Haynes King! Haynes King has got another first down. That's 3 carries and 3 first downs for Haynes King. I have never seen Haynes King like this. Of course, did not run a lot at Texas A&M. And now coming at Georgia Tech with a rushing attack, he can probably run the football. You got to kind of see what we're going to try to see how wear down this Florida State defense is. They've been out there for almost 6 minutes. First and goal at the 3-yard line. King out of the shotgun. Gets the snap. King hands it off to his tailback. They're trying to push, and not going to be able to get to that end zone. And it will be second down coming up. And Georgia Tech trying to take the lead here with 4:28 remaining in the first half of play. It's been a low-scoring type first half. Again, both of these teams are pretty even so far. Haynes King, 3 out of 5 passing, 53 yards, 32 rushing yards, though. It's all been about him here on this drive here. Second out and goal. King sends a guy in motion. Now King's going to keep it for himself. King, can he get to the end zone? No, he can't. It looked like it was miscommunication there for a little bit by Georgia Tech, but now it's third down coming up, and it's a huge third down here for the Yellow Jackets. Yeah, it looked like it was a miscommunication between the running back and King. But either way, it's third down. 14th play of this drive for the Yellow Jackets. King comes out of the shotgun with one guy in the backfield, two receivers to the right and left, and they're going to hand it off up the middle. Can they try to push it in the pylon? Georgia Tech's offensive line trying to do that, and they get in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. It was all about the offensive line there, and Jamal Haynes gets in for the touchdown. The second rushing touchdown for the Yellow Jackets in this game. That was a 14-play, 75-yard drive, and the Yellow Jackets take the lead here in the second quarter. An aggressive drive by the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And now the extra point to try to make this a 3-point ball game. Extra point up and good. So with that extra point and the touchdown, Georgia Tech takes the lead by 3 over the 10th ranked team in the country in the Florida State Seminoles. 3 minutes to go in the first half of play. We'll take a quick break here. Your score, Georgia Tech 14, Florida State 11. You're listening right here live to a live play-by-play broadcast right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel of College Football 2024. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcasts of College Football 2024. Your score here, as we are in the late part of the second quarter of play, your score is Georgia Tech 14, Florida State 11. Georgia Tech coming down the field with a touchdown. That was a 14-play drive, and the Yellow Jackets are in this ball game. And like I said, you can never count out underdogs in this game. Georgia Tech came in here as a 10-point underdog in this one. Florida State, again, ranked number 10th in the country. What would be a big upset here if Georgia Tech was able to pull it off in the beginning of this season? This is a really good rushing team of Georgia Tech that I'm seeing so far. And Georgia Tech kicks off, and that one goes into the end zone for the touchback. Just 3:13 to go here in the first half of play. Florida State could try to probably run out this clock and, just go into the locker room and hopefully with a lead or maybe just get a field goal. Maybe they can tie the game up. But, again, coming up at the half, we'll have first half stats for you, and then we'll talk about the games coming up, of course, more in week number 0. And then, of course, we talk about the big week of college football, of course, and we'll give you my broadcast schedule that I will be broadcasting throughout the college football season, but we'll just get into the next weekend schedule. And then, of course, NFL games will be here on the channel as well. First down and 10 here for the Florida State offense at the 25. Oyungale goes out of the shotgun, takes a snap, throws it to the right side, out of bounds, close to that 30-yard line. They're going to mark him at about the 27, it looks like, so second down coming up, and Florida State will try to go aggressive here. And remember the new rule here in college football, a 2-minute warning will stop at the 2:00 mark. Again, that's a new college football rule this year, just like the NFL. Second down and 8 after the 2-yard reception. Oyungale hands it off to his running back, and a short gain by Florida State. Surprising they're running the football here, but Tomu gets taken down for just a yard. Georgia Tech, again, slow start after giving up that first touchdown. Again, this program looks like it's really well motivated. Third down and 7. Florida State. DJ Oyungale out of the shotgun. Oyungale sends a guy in motion, takes a snap. Oyungale in trouble. Gets up the middle, though, and tries to get to the first down, and he does. And it looks like it's going to be a first down. Oyungale saw the blitz coming, and 2-minute warning is now issued. So we have an injured Georgia Tech player, though, by the way. But that's a 2-minute warning. We'll take a break as well. With 1:56 remaining here in the first half of play, Georgia Tech 14, Florida State 11. You're listening right here live to a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024, right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcasts of college football 2024. Your score as we are at the 2-minute mark. Of course, the 2-minute warning was just announced. Your score is Georgia Tech 14, number 10th ranked Florida State 11, as we are here in the first half of play. Close to the end of the first half of play. Don't forget, we'll have halftime stats coming up for you at the half. And then, of course, we'll talk about our broadcasting schedule and also talk about individual videos as well coming up throughout the college football season. Back to action here. 1:56 to go here in the first half of play. Georgia Tech does get the ball to start the second half. Florida State takes over at the 35. Oyungale throws it out to the left side. Pass is complete. And out to about the 41-yard line. Catch made by Benson. And it's now second down coming up. And Florida State, ever since scoring on that first drive, they kind of been up and down a little bit. But, we haven't seen them out on the field that much because Georgia Tech ran out most of the clock close to this end of the first half. But they got 3 timeouts left. Georgia Tech also with 3 timeouts left. Second down and 4 after that 6-yard pass by Oyungale. Out of the shotgun he is. Oyungale takes a snap. Going to hand it off left side. And it's going to be just short of that first down. Still pushing, though. And looks like second effort might get them the first down. And it looks like it's going to be a first down. So that'll stop the clock for a little bit. But now it's with 1 minute remaining. Again, Florida State's got 3 timeouts left. They got plenty of time here to either get a touchdown before the end of the half or at least a field goal. A field goal would tie the game up, but a touchdown would definitely give them momentum going into the second half. Oyungale out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff. Oyungale looking deep. He's going to throw left side. Deep shot here, and a lot of grabbing on the play, and the flag comes out. And it's incomplete, but it's going to be a penalty on Georgia Tech. It's going to be a pass interference. 15-yard penalty coming up against the Yellow Jackets. That's the second time. That's the second penalty, I should say, and that's the second time they've given up a 15-yard penalty. The first one came with a face mask. And Georgia Tech, tough break there for them. But Florida State gets a lucky break. It means they have a pretty good opportunity here to get in the end zone and also try to run out this clock as much as they can. Second penalty on Georgia Tech. 32 seconds to go in the first half. First down and 10 for the Seminoles. Oyungale out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Oyungale rolls to his right. Still looking. Flag comes down. It's going to go back. And Oyungale throws on the run. And that one's incomplete. And Lucas was hit, but it looked like it was not a catchable ball. So no pass interference on that play. But I think it's going to be a holding on the Seminoles. 23 seconds to go in this first half. Two fouls on the play. There was actually 2 fouls for holding against the Seminoles. First one was declined, but then the other one is a 10-yard penalty. So after a 15-yard penalty given up by Georgia Tech, it's now a 10-yard penalty against the Seminoles. Puts them back, looks like, in their own territory. So it's now 1st and 20. They're just inside Georgia Tech territory at the 50-yard line. Oyungale throws a quick pass to the right side, complete, and out to about the 45 to about the 43-yard line. So timeout called on the field by the Seminoles. I'll take a timeout here to try to save one of those timeouts. Final 15 seconds here in the first half. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll be back here in just a moment. Your score again, Georgia Tech 14, Florida State 11. You're listening right here live to a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024 right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024. Final 15 seconds here in the second quarter of play. Georgia Tech leads 10th-ranked Florida State. They lead 14-11 as we're approaching halftime. 2 timeouts left for Florida State. They took a timeout there. They are just short of field goal range. Field goal range is about the 38.5-yard line, but the kicker for Florida State made a 52-yarder. Back to action. Oyungale looking to throw here. Oyungale's got time. Fires it left, and that one incomplete. So with that incompletion, makes it 3rd down and 10, and 9 seconds to go here in the first half. Georgia Tech did a really nice job running out much of the clock here to not give Florida State plenty of time here in this game to try to get downfield. But a holding penalty on Florida State cost them to back up a little bit. They were in field goal range momentarily, but now they're here at the 40-yard line. 3rd down and 10, Oyungale. He's going to hand it off to his tailback left side. Georgia Tech trying to get all over it, and they do. Dragged down back at the 41-yard line. And it looks like Florida State may have not got the timeout off, or maybe they did, but I can't remember if they did or not. Timeout Florida State. They just got it off in time. Fitch Carroll will be a attempting this field goal. There's 1 second to go. It is 4th and 11. Ryan Fitzgerald again. 52-yard attempt while ago, but now he's got a 59-yard attempt to tie the game here going into halftime. So 1 second to go. Big-time field goal here for this Florida State team. They can tie the game up here at 14 all if they made this field goal. Fitzgerald will attempt the 59-yard attempt. And whistles all over the field. Timeout by the Yellow Jackets. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Again, Fitzgerald was really accurate last year, knocked down the 52-yard field goal attempt. 52-yard attempt was just right down the middle for Fitzgerald last time. We'll see if he can knock down another field goal from down the middle as well. Interesting first half here so far. The strength for both of these teams, I would say, for Georgia Tech has been their running game. Florida State passing game looks a little bit good. But again, we'll talk about more of that here in halftime here in 1 second. Fitzgerald now ready to kick this 59-yard attempt to tie the game up going into halftime. 1 second to go. There's the snap. Fitzgerald puts it up. Got plenty of leg on it. And he got it! Tie game going into halftime. 59-yard attempt by Fitzgerald. And what a way to end the first half of play. Georgia Tech will get the ball to start the second half. And Fitzgerald leads the Florida State team to the locker room at halftime. We'll take a break here. Coming up, we got halftime stats for you. And also, we will take a look at upcoming games coming up for college football coming up tonight, and then, of course, coming up big next weekend. And then, of course, we'll talk about our broadcasting schedule and, of course, individual videos right here on the channel. You're listening right here live to You're listening right here live to a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024. Your score at the half, Georgia Tech 14, Florida State 14. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024. It is week 0, of course. College football officially is back, and we are at halftime as our week 0 game again is between the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the 10th ranked team in the country in the AP poll, the Florida State Seminoles, an ACC conference showdown here to begin the college football season. Your score at halftime: Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets 14, Florida State Seminoles 14. Florida State kicking the 59-yard field goal to tie this game up going into halftime. And it is now time to take a look at first half stats for both of these teams as we're at halftime of this matchup. Well, first downs in that first half, Florida State had 13, Georgia Tech had 9. Third down conversions attempted. Florida State was 2 of 5. Georgia Tech was 2 of 3. Didn't have a ton of third downs in that first half for the Yellow Jackets, and not a ton of third downs for that first half for both of these teams. Total yards, though, in that first half, Florida State had 174. Georgia Tech had 154, so both total yards are pretty even. Passing yards, 96 for DJ Oyungale, 53 for Haynes King. Oyungale was 12 of 14, very consistent in that first half, and then Haynes King 3 out of 5 in that first half as well. So both quarterbacks being really consistent. Rushing yards, Florida State with 78 rushing yards. Georgia Tech, though, rushing really well with 101 rushing yards in that first half. They have ran the ball 18 times. Florida State with 17 times. And then penalties, 1 out of 10 for Florida State got called with a holding. 2 penalties on Georgia Tech for 15 yards total, and then also just 30 total because they had 15-yard penalties both in that game, or both in that first half. So Georgia Tech and Florida State stat-wise, I think both of these are pretty even. Florida State, though, with the total yard advantage, and then Georgia Tech with the rushing yard advantage. I think the overall passing game, Florida State's been their strength. That's the passing game. And then, of course, the running game has been the strength here as of right now for Georgia Tech. So that's a look at your first half stats at halftime of this college football matchup in conference play of the ACC. Coming up in just a little bit, we'll take another break here. We'll have, of course, our upcoming broadcast schedule, and then we'll talk about individual videos, and we'll look at upcoming college football games coming up for you tonight here in week 0, but also coming up for you next weekend as well. It's coming up in just a little bit as you are listening live here to a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024. Halftime, Georgia Tech 14, Florida State 14. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcasts of college football 2024. Again, we're tied up at 14 all in halftime between these two ACC schools. Again, Georgia Tech 14, Florida State 14 as well, kicking off the college football season in week number 0. Of course, this game in Dublin, Ireland. Meanwhile, some other college football games coming up here for you tonight in week number 0. We got Montana State taking on New Mexico, a group of 5 matchup there. That game will be at 4 o'clock p.m. later this afternoon on Fox Sports 1. Montana State favored by 13 in that game. And then 54.5 is the over and under. And then tonight, SMU makes their debut as a Power 4 team. They will be taking on Nevada University on the road at 8 o'clock p.m. tonight, and it will be on the CBS Sports Network. And then we got Delaware State and Hawaii. So not a lot of big games coming up in week 0, but again, this game right here is the big one in week number 0 to start out the year. But the real season begins next Thursday. We got college football, of course, from Thursday all the way to Labor Day Monday. Of course, when it comes to Labor Day weekend, there's always excitement when college football starts on Labor Day weekend as well. Of course, don't forget, coming up next weekend, we got a double header for you coming up right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. We got 2 games coming up for you that we'll be broadcasting with live play-by-play. We got the Miami Hurricanes as they will be traveling to take on the Florida Gators. We'll be on broadcast for that game. That kickoff is scheduled to start at about 3:30 p.m. It's going to be a hot one down there, I bet, in Gainesville, Florida. That'll be our first game of the doubleheader next week, and then that game again will be at about 3:30. We'll have the pregame right around maybe 3:15-ish. We probably will be posting about it here on the channel. And then the next doubleheader, the next game after the Florida and Miami game is concluded, it will be Notre Dame taking on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, the 10th ranked or the 9th ranked team, I believe, in the country. They traveled to take on the Texas A&M Aggies. It's a top 25 showdown. That's where College Game Day will be at next weekend on Labor Day weekend. So yeah, big time game coming up there. We'll have live play-by-play broadcast there on that game. And again, it will be a doubleheader for you next Saturday. And then coming up for you next Sunday, the night before Labor Day, on Labor Day Eve, as I like to call it, we have the LSU Tigers, the 13th ranked team in the country, takes on the number 23rd ranked team in the country, the USC Trojans. USC, of course, now a newcomer coming up in the Big Ten this year. We'll be broadcasting that game. That game will be taking place in Las Vegas on a neutral field. And then coming up next Monday, we might broadcast the Florida State and Boston College game if we have a chance. So we got a lot of big-time games coming up for you this year. Well, don't forget, we will also be broadcasting NFL games. We'll have our first NFL broadcast coming up for you on September the 5th. The defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, host the Baltimore Ravens, the team that they beat last year in the AFC Championship game. So that will be our first NFL broadcast. Individual videos coming up for you here on the channel. We do got, of course, our top 25s every Monday. We'll have a top 25 video coming up for you on Monday for week 1, but we won't have a top 25 until maybe next Tuesday, since there's all those games coming up on Labor Day weekend. But then we got those power ranking videos. I'm going to try to do one every single week by week and everything. So those videos will be coming out. We'll have the SEC and the Big Ten on Tuesdays, and then on Thursdays we'll have the ACC and the Big 12 on Tuesdays and on Thursdays, I should say. And then on Wednesdays, we'll have upset alert videos. We'll be doing those upset alert games that will be going into the weekend. And then on Friday, we'll have our playoff updated predictions. So that's what the schedule is going to look like here on the channel. And again, we'll have broadcasts week by week as well. That's what's coming up on the channel. We're going to take a quick break here, and then we'll have the second half underway here between Florida State and Georgia Tech. Again, your score at halftime is Georgia Tech 14, Florida State 14. This has been the Halftime Report right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcasts of college football 2024. Again, the opening season is finally upon us. Of course, all the off season is now officially over. We are getting ready to start the second half of play in a conference matchup in Dublin, Ireland, of course, to start out the year. Knotted up at 14-all, Georgia Tech and Florida State going at it here in a low-scoring type game so far. Well, Georgia Tech and Florida State both scored on their opening drive touchdowns, and then Florida State had a couple of 57-yard field goals to tie it up at 14 at the half, but Georgia Tech scored a late touchdown in the second quarter of play. And, of course, Georgia Tech's strength in that first half, I believe, was the run game. And we've seen Haynes King run the football. We've seen some different guys run the football in this game. And then we had the backup quarterback right behind King get the touchdown as well. That was Piron. So we've seen a great rushing attack. Again, Georgia Tech with 101 yards in that first half in rushing. And then looking at Florida State, the passing game I think has been the strength so far. The defense has not played really badly, but again, DJ Oyungale has to stay consistent. Again, had a pretty good first half, and we're underway in the second half of play. Georgia Tech does get the ball here to start the second half of this one. As again, Georgia Tech and Florida State going at it here in a early ACC conference game. Of course, the ACC a lot different this year. 17 teams now. Stanford, California, both coming over from the Pac-12. SMU coming at the Group of 5 level. Those will be really interesting to see what those three teams can do. Again, we'll see SMU in action tonight. And then coming up next week, Stanford will be hosting TCU in a Big 12 versus ACC conference matchup. Again, Stanford trying to reach to their full potential as a program again. Back to action in this game. First down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets at the 25. And they go back to the run game. Haynes has got open space to the 40, 45, 50, into Florida State territory, all the way down to the 40-yard line to the 39. And that is how you start a second half if you're Georgia Tech. And this has been a really big weakness for the Florida State defense, is stopping that run game of this Georgia Tech offensive rushing attack. And again, it's been wearing down this Florida State defense quite a lot so far. Let's see if they can continue that tradition here in the second half. Great start and great explosive play to start this second half. King will keep it this time. King, as he's taken down at about the 35-yard line. Good gain on that play by Haynes King. We've seen King now run the football in this game. That was Jamal Haynes with the carry, 69 yards in this game with 8 carries, 1 rushing touchdown. 4-yard gain by King on that last play. Last year, Haynes had 174 rushes for over 1,000 yards and 7 rushing touchdowns. Again, coming off a pretty good year last year. Second down and 6. Here comes a guy in motion. They sweep it to the left. No, it's a quarterback keeper by King. And King is going to be taken down for about a yard gain, so no big yards there. King is screaming for a face mask on that play. It was really close. So 3rd and 5 now. After a very explosive play. I'll tell you what, Florida State may have almost got away with a face mask there, but either way, it's 3rd down and 5. Georgia Tech was just 2 of 3 on 3rd downs in that first half. King to throw. King looking, fires the left side, and that one's incomplete. Good defense by the Seminoles. Malik Bullenford was the intended receiver on that play. That was Knowles the second with the coverage. It's now 4th down. And Georgia Tech looks like they're going to go for the field goal. So it's 4th and 5. This will be a 51-yard attempt. All field goal attempts have been 50-plus yards for both of these teams in this game. There's a snap. The kick from 51 yards, and he missed it from the right side. So, big run by Georgia Tech on that first play to start the second half, but instead, the missed field goal still makes it a 14-all ball game. We'll take a quick break here. 12:52 to go in the third quarter of play. Your score, Georgia Tech 14, Florida State 14. You're listening live here to a live play-by-play broadcast of College Football 2024 right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of College Football 2024. As we're tied up here at 14-all, just underway here in the second half of play, as this game, of course, being held in Dublin, Ireland, Florida State and Georgia Tech, two ACC teams. Well, Georgia Tech, first drive, they had a big run, and then, of course, had an attempt at a field goal from 51 yards to take the lead, but Florida State gets the ball back. Field goal was missed, so Youngale out of the shotgun, takes a snap, throws it on the run. That ball is batted down and incomplete. And it's now second down and 10 coming up here for the Florida State offense. Well, Youngale pretty consistent in that first half. Hasn't really taken like a big deep throw down the field, but again, he's trying to, get the feeling of this, Florida State offense. But again, we've seen the strength of the passing game for the Seminoles. The run game's been the strength for Georgia Tech as I'm seeing it right now. Again, we don't really know much about these teams until we find out how they play on the field. And a handoff to number 24, Williams of Florida State. Gets tripped up. It looked like he could have been, maybe got a more running room there, but instead got tripped up at the last second. So a gain of about 3 yards. Third down and 7. Florida State in that first half was 2 of 5 on third downs. And it's been like 6 average yards to go at best for the Seminoles. Third down and 7. Youngale out of the shotgun. Williams in the backfield, sends a guy in motion. Youngale gets the snap, drops back, now fires left side on a lob. Catch made! And they're going to say incomplete on that play. It was close, but incomplete. Jay Douglas had the catch. As we're going to take a closer look here. They're showing the replay right now, and I'll tell you what, it's really close. I got to say, it's really close. They'll take a look at it. And it looked like maybe he got a toe inbounds, but we'll take a look at. They're going to take a look at this. The ruling on the field's an incomplete pass. Matt Austin, the official up in the booth, says it's a catch, which when I look at it, it looks like it's a catch. The right toe looked like it got down, and I believe that's a catch. There's plenty of grass, looks like, in front of him. Great catch, though, by Jay Williams. Great effort. And we'll see if the referees make the right call here. If they don't, I don't think fans are going to really like this call. But this is a big-time first down here if Florida State can get that call. And, again, the toe gets down there, on the right toe, I should say. But, again, it's really, really close. Again, it's ruled incomplete as a pass. And it is a first down, and it's reversed. So it is a complete pass. That is the right call, in my opinion, here for Florida State. So Georgia Tech doesn't look like they're complaining about it. So, again, that is the right call. So it does bring up a first down for the Seminoles. Jay Douglas with two catches in this game for 21 yards. He's been targeted 3 times. First down and 10 here. We're all tied up at 14 with 11:56 to go in the third quarter of the first game of the college football season. First down and 10. Uangale gets the snap. Fakes it to his tailback. Uangale, he's going to go deep. Left side, incomplete. That one was a little bit low, but it looked like it was in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. I tell you what, that was really a lucky break there for the Georgia Tech defense. As this ball is low, it probably would have not been ruled a catch anyway because the ball looked like it hit the ground first. So, Uangale, incomplete there on a deep shot. Second down and 10. As the ball is inside the 43-yard line, or the 47-yard line, Uangale hands it off to his running back, and he'll get past the 45 to about the 43. Third down and 6 coming up here for the Seminoles. Thank you for joining me here on this live stream, live play-by-play broadcast of this first college football game. Plenty of college football broadcasts is coming your way here on the channel. So a third down and 6. Kind of the same similar third down that Florida State had a while ago. Uangale out of the shotgun. Ball at the 44-yard line. Uangale takes the snap, drops back to throw, goes right side, and that ball just goes over the head of his intended receiver. That's a bad throw by Uangale. And now it's fourth down coming up. Uangale is 13 out of 18 in this ball game for 111 yards in his Florida State debut. Started his career at the ACC level at Clemson, and then it went to Oregon State last year. But then decided to come over here to Florida State to transfer away. Florida State's going to punt the ball for the first time today. Castromano, it looks like, and gets the snap. A little rugby-style kick, and the ball is into the end zone for the touchback. Florida State tried to save it, but Georgia Tech will get the ball at the 20-yard line. And they're talking about the 12-team playoff. College football playoff, 12-team playoff era is officially underway this year. Remember, it's the top four conference champions will get an automatic bye, and then the at-large teams come from 5 through 11. There's going to be one group of 5 team in there as well. I went with Boise State. As my national champion prediction, I did pick the Georgia Bulldogs. I picked Georgia, Ohio State, Florida State, and Oklahoma State as the top 4 conference champions. First down and 10, we're back to action here. Georgia Tech will start at the 20-yard line. King hands it off to his tailback, and he's tailed, and he's knocked down in the backfield for a loss. And it looks like Landry got the tackle there on that play for the Seminole defense. A loss of 2 yards. And it looks like it was a linebacker that came in there. Yes, it was Landry, the linebacker, got in there and make the open field tackle, which was a really nice open field tackle for this Florida State defense, trying to motivate this team. King gets hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. And third down coming up now. That's the first time King, I believe, has taken a big shot in this game. DJ Lundy is what I meant to say. DJ Lundy, who made the open field tackle for Florida State. Third down and 12 coming up for this Georgia Tech offense. Again, they're more of a running type team, not a passing attack type team. Haynes King out of the shotgun. King has been 3 out of 3 throws on 5 yards or less, and then over 4 from 6+. King to throw. He's got time. King goes down the field, and the receiver fell down. And it looks like he fell down, maybe slipped. He didn't get pushed down. He slipped on the field, and that's incomplete. Again, we saw a little bit of rain earlier, and maybe that's been the factor in this game as we take a look at the replay here on this one. And yes, that's what happened. It was incomplete due to the slippage. David Shanahan will punt this one away. 4th and 12. Will Florida State come after this one? And they do. Shanahan got the ball off just in time. Florida State's going to try to return it, though. Gets to the edge to the 35 and out to about the 36-yard line. And I tell you what, Shanahan was really lucky to get that ball off just in time. We'll take a quick break here. 9:44 to go here in this third quarter of play. Your score, all tied up. Georgia Tech 14, Florida State 14 as well. You're listening live here to a live play-by-play broadcast of College Football 2024 right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024. As, again, it's a ACC football conference showdown. Again, Georgia Tech and Florida State both tied up here at 14 all in this first official game of the college football season of 2024. Is week number 0. Of course, not a lot of big games coming up in week 0, but we got the big weekend coming up. That's Labor Day weekend of college football. Looking forward to it. 9:44 to go in this third quarter of play. Georgia Tech goes 3 and out. Florida State will try to get a touchdown here, their first touchdown since the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle in this game. Uyunglele starts out of the shotgun. Ball at the 36-yard line. Two guys with him side by side. Uyunglele takes a snap. Going to hand it off to Williams on the right side. Williams gets to about the 40-yard line, to the 40-yard line. That's where they'll spot it at, probably at the 41, but brings up second down. Again, Florida State had the first touchdown in this game. It was a touchdown and then a 2-point conversion to take the 8-0 lead, and then Georgia Tech would respond back, make it a 1-point game. Georgia Tech, though, would take the lead 14-8, and then Florida State, or actually 11-8, Florida State would take the lead back. Uyunglele back to action here. He's going to hand it off to Williams. Williams tries to get to the edge. Big hit. Close to the out-of-bounds marker, and it's now third down and short coming up. They're going to say probably 3rd and 1. Third down and 1 coming up for the Seminoles. There's been a lot of third downs in this third quarter for both of these teams. And they're going to run a quarterback sneak on this play. And Uyunglele gets the first down on that play. It looked like he was going to be knocked back for a loss, but got the first down anyway. E.J. Uyunglele, of course, is known for his rushing back in, high school, but throughout the college career, he's been only a 1,000-yard rusher. Florida State with 97 rushing yards in this game, 111 passing yards. So I think it's a balanced offense that we've seen from Florida State. First down and 10 for the Seminoles. Uyunglele at the 49. Takes a snap. It's going to hand it off to the backup tailback and gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and he'll get down about the 50-yard line, maybe the 49. Breaks up second down. A big hit out of bounds a while ago. Boy, in that quarterback sneak we did not see earlier, Uyunglele got hit helmet to helmet. That was a dangerous play. Second down at the 49-yard line. 2nd and 7. Uyunglele looking to take a deep shot. Uyunglele goes deep down the right side and incomplete. Again, Uyunglele hasn't been really consistent from deep shots in this ball game and, of course, throughout his career. It is now 3rd down and 7 coming up. Good coverage downfield by the Yellow Jackets. It wasn't a bad throw by Uyunglele, but it goes out of bounds anyway, so 3rd down and 7. 7:05 to go in this third quarter. We're all knotted up at 14 all. Uyunglele out of the shotgun on 3rd and 7. Sends a guy in motion, takes a snap. Uyunglele, pressure coming. Uyunglele gets away from the first guy, but not able to get away from the second guy. And a sack for the Yellow Jacket defense. Knocks him back in their own territory, and Florida State will go 3 and out. Great stop by this Georgia Tech defense. Boy, they have come ready to play. After giving up an opening drive touchdown in the first quarter, they are playing their hearts out in this ball game. You got to be impressed with them. That's the first sack by any team in this game today. And that ball was almost blocked on the punt. Oh, what a huge hit! There was no fair catch called, and what a huge hit by the Seminoles. That's got to be the biggest hit so far this college football season. College football is back, ladies and gentlemen. Florida State with a big hit on that play. Well, we will take a quick break. We'll see the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field when we come back. We're all tied up at 14-all here in the third quarter of play. You're listening live here to a live play-by-play broadcast of College Football 2024 right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcasts of College Football 2024. Still tied up at 14-all here in the third quarter of play. A while ago, we saw a big hit by the Florida State special teams. That was Joseph, number 33, with a humongous hit. Georgia Tech starts at their own 11-yard line. King comes out of the shotgun, throws it on the first down play, and he completes it to his receiver out to about the 20 to the 25-yard line. So a quick first down. That's Boyd with the catch for Georgia Tech. I've been really impressed here with this Yellow Jacket team coming out, competing against the number 10th ranked team in Florida State. Again, we haven't seen both of these teams have a very explosive play in a while. We saw one at the beginning of the third quarter for Georgia Tech, but that's been about it. King will keep it on the read option, and he's met by a swarm of Florida State defenders. Gets about maybe a yard on that play, but 5:29 to go in the third quarter of play. Plenty of college football action coming up here in the next couple weeks to start out the year. But again, next week is when the real season begins in week 1. A lot of big-time games on Labor Day weekend. You got Georgia versus Clemson at noon next Saturday, Florida and Miami, Notre Dame and Texas A&M. Meanwhile, King out of the shotgun fires it downfield, and that one is complete. Great catch, number 7, Lane, as he gets down at about the 45-yard line. First down, Georgia Tech. Beautiful throw by King, and now they hustle to the line. Now it's time to be aggressive. King throws it out in the right side. Catch made at about the 50-yard line. Gain of about 5 yards. Beautiful hands by Lane while ago to catch that football. It was in single coverage. He got hit, but somehow still made the catch and celebrates that play. 2nd down and 5 here for the Georgia Tech offense. Sends a guy in motion. And now they're going to hand it off on a sweep. Hurdle. And close to the first down for Georgia Tech. To the 45 to about the 41-yard line. Third down coming up for Georgia Tech. 3:44 to go in the third quarter of play. King out of the shotgun on this play at the 41-yard line. King to throw. Plenty of time. Now running out of time, and he fires it right. Got a man to the 35, to the 30. And I think it's a first down for Georgia Tech. Actually, they mark him back at about the 34. And King got pressured. He had 2 Florida State defenders coming right after him. But he got the first down. But he got 7 yards. And by the way, it was a first down on that sweep by Georgia Tech, so it's now 2nd and 3. I got really confused there, but 2nd down and 3. King out of the shotgun, fakes the sweep, now hands it off to the left. Ball is out! Ball is on the ground! Fumble! There is a scramble for the loose football. And I think Georgia Tech got on top of it. Oh boy, that was game changer right there. The first fumble of this game, and this is what second halves are all about, and also late game changers can happen in these kind of ball games. Either it's a fumble, an interception. I'll tell you what, Georgia Tech is really lucky to get back on that football. A loss of 9, though, makes it 3rd and 12. There's a snap. King to throw. In trouble. King goes down the middle. Got a man. First down. Beautiful throw by King. First down, Georgia Tech. What a catch. And what a throw by King coming out of pressure. And now Georgia Tech's in momentum to get into the end zone. Looks like he got down to about the 28-yard line. That was Bolliford with the catch, number 8. 1:30 remaining in the third. King hands it off to his tailback, and it goes to Haynes. And barrels into about the 25 to about the 23-yard line. It is now 2nd down coming up. Boy, Georgia Tech has come to play in this ball game. Again, I've been saying that in my videos. Georgia Tech's going to come out really competitive in this game, but they have been with them throughout the 3 quarters. 5-yard pickup on that last play, 2nd and 5. Final seconds here in the third. King to throw. Now he's going to take off running. King up the middle to the 10. Has plenty of space to the 5. Can he get to the end zone? No. He's down at about the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal to go for the Yellow Jackets. Haynes King has come alive in this ball game. He did not have a lot of room up the middle, but he got through that little gapping hole, and he got through it. And now it's 1st and goal at the 2, maybe the 1 yard line. What a performance by King. And the final seconds of this third quarter will wind down. That's really good strategy by Georgia Tech. Get to the fourth quarter. The first fourth quarter of the 2024 college football season. The third quarter comes down to an end. We will see what happens. Things are getting interesting. That's the end of the third quarter of play. We're knotted up at 14 in all. We'll have the fourth quarter coming up in just a little bit. You're listening right here live to the live play-by-play broadcast of College Football 2024 right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcast of College Football 2024, getting ready to start the fourth quarter of play, the first fourth quarter of the 2024 college football season. We're all tied up at 14 all. Georgia Tech now just inside the 2-yard line, maybe the 1, with a chance to opportunity to get a touchdown to start the fourth quarter and take the lead over the 10th ranked team in the country, the Seminoles of Florida State. Boy, what a big upset this would be to start out the season. But we knew going into this game it wouldn't be easy for the Seminoles. King gets the snap, hands it off, up the middle, Haynes, touchdown, Georgia Tech. Haynes in for the end zone, 2-yard rushing touchdown, and Georgia Tech takes the lead just 3 seconds in to the fourth quarter of play. An 11-play, 89-yard drive to take the lead. And I tell you what, this Georgia Tech team, no doubt in my mind, they are ready to play. Extra point, up and good. With that extra point, it's now a 7-point lead for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets over the 10th-ranked team in the country, the Seminoles of Florida State, 21-14. The first play of this fourth quarter is a touchdown, and Haynes got a lot of help from the offensive line. It wasn't just him. It was the offensive line. This offensive line for Georgia Tech has been pushing and pushing, and they continue to wear down the defensive line of Florida State. Georgia Tech, again, only trailed by as many as 8 in this game, but they got their second lead of the ball game. They took a 14-8 lead, or a 14-11 lead in the second quarter. And if you're a Florida State fan, this is not good news. And Georgia Tech kicks it off. This ball will be returned from the end zone, from the 15, and not a good return there by Lucas. A bad decision there. He'll be brought down about the 17. So this Florida State offense will come out onto the field. They have not scored a touchdown ever since the first quarter of play. Again, DJ Oyongale making his debut as the Florida State quarterback. And again, they're showing the Labor Day weekend schedule. A lot of big-time games coming up over the Labor Day weekend, but not as big as Notre Dame and Texas A&M, Georgia and Clemson, and then Miami and Florida. That should be a good one there. 21-14. DJ Oyongale out of the shotgun. Ball at the 16-yard line for Florida State to start this drive. Oyongale rolls to his left. Pressure coming. Oyongale gets rid of it. Got it. And that's a first down. Beautiful throw there out of the run there by DJ. And the ball will be spotted at about the 30-yard line. Second half, the last two drives, Florida State's been having to punt the football away. It's do or die time now. Got to get into the end zone and go hurry up tempo. Oyongale is 14 out of 20 in this ball game. Been pretty consistent. Both teams have been consistent at not turning the ball over. Oyongale takes a snap, going to hand it off up the middle, and Georgia Tech gets all over that one. It'll be about at least a yard gain, but Georgia Tech gets right up there and stops this run to Florida State. And again, this Georgia Tech defense, I was a little bit concerned about them going into this season. But again, it's early season feels. You don't know how these teams are going to play until you see them play on the field. Again, Georgia Tech's running game has been the strength. Florida State, though, it's kind of hard to tell what their strength is right now. The passing game, maybe. 2nd out and 9. Under center goes Oyongale at the 31. Takes a snap. Going to hand it off left. And he's tackled in the backfield. A loss of 1 yard on that play. And it's now going to be 3rd down coming up for the Seminoles. Beautiful play there by the Georgia Tech defense. Looks like a safety read the run pretty well. And Georgia Tech gets the stop there on 2nd down. And now it's 3rd down coming up. A huge 3rd down maybe for Florida State here. Even though we're just 3 minutes in here to the fourth quarter. 4 out of 9 for Florida State on 3rd downs in this game. Oyongale rolls to his right. Oyongale fires it downfield. Pass is complete. And it looks like it's going to be a first down at about the 40-yard line. So Florida State gets a lucky break there. Benson with the catch moves the chains for the Seminoles. Big first down there for Florida State. But can they continue this drive and get down the field to try to tie the game up? First down and 10. There's a snap. DJ got plenty of time. Going to throw it right side. And that one just too high and incomplete, intended for Benson. Florida State has won their last 2 opening kickoff games on neutral site fields. Beat LSU 2 years in a row. Last year, beat them in Florida, and then a couple years ago, it was in New Orleans. So Florida State trying to make it 3 in a row on neutral site fields. Oyungale 15 of 22 now in this game, second down and 10. Ball at the 40-yard line. Oyungale gets a snap, hands it off. No, he fakes. Oyungale over the middle, complete. And a first down into Georgia Tech territory, down at about the 45-yard line. DJ Oyungale's dad is in the stands watching this one. Beautiful throw there by Oyungale, and it brings up first down at about the 45. Florida State hurries up to the line. Again, do or die time here in this one. Oyungale takes a snap. Oyungale is going to keep it for himself on this one, and he'll get about a couple yards, maybe 3 on that carry. Again, both quarterbacks. We've seen Haynes King, though, have an impactful at running the football. Florida State could try to wear down this defense and try to keep that Georgia Tech offense off the field for as long as possible, but it's second down and 7. 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of play. Oyungale gets a snap. It's going to hand it off left side, and Georgia Tech's all over it. No gain on that play. Makes it third down coming up for the Seminoles. It'll be another third down coming up here for Florida State. This is another big one here for the Seminoles if you're head coach Mike Norvell. So no gain on that play. Third down and 7 for the Seminoles. They're 5 out of 10 on third downs in this ball game. So about 50%. Their average yards to go on third downs have been 6.1. It's now 3rd and 7 here. Oyungale out of the shotgun. Blitz coming from Georgia Tech. Oyungale looking to throw. Fires it left. Incomplete. And that ball sailed out of bounds. It looked like it was not catchable. Good coverage downfield by the Yellow Jackets. And now it brings up 4th down. And what does Mike Norvell do here? 10:09 to play. The ball is... The number 10th ranked team in the country is trailing by 7 here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining the stream, this is an upset alert kind of game. Georgia Tech again came as a 10-point underdog. 4th down and 7 at the 42-yard line. Oyungale out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Oyungale, plenty of time. Still looking down the middle. Got a man. First down. Douglas with a catch, number 0, and Florida State gets the first down. Beautiful throw by Oyungale. And that is a big 4th down conversion for the Seminoles. As we're now at the 9-minute mark here of this fourth quarter of play. 20-yard reception and a 20-yard pass by Oyungale. First down and 10 at the 22. Oyungale gives it off to his tailback and met in the backfield for a loss. Georgia Tech, number 9, Height, gets the tackle for the Yellow Jackets to bring the Florida State running back down for a loss of 3. This has been a really good ball game, but, Georgia Tech It seems like their running game has weared down the defense of Florida State, but now Florida State's trying to answer the tempo back and wear down this Yellow Jacket defense. Second down at the 25-yard line, 2nd and 13. Youngale tosses it left to Williams, and Williams gets short about the 20-yard line. He's down at the 21. Georgia Tech's been able to stop the run pretty well in this second half. The passing game, though, is definitely going to have to be a big factor here if you're Georgia Tech with 8:30 to go in this fourth quarter of play. And what a win this would be to start out the year for the Yellow Jackets. They do have a very tough schedule, but 3rd and 9 coming up here for the Seminoles. Youngale out of the shotgun. Guy comes in motion here on the left. Now he goes all the way down to the right. Youngale takes a snap. He's going to hand it off on this play, and that looked like it was not the right play call there for Florida State, and now it's 4th down coming up. But I tell you what, I don't really like that play call there by this offense for Florida State. And now it's 4th down coming up. 4th down and 8 coming up here for the Seminoles. This is another big 4th down here for the Florida State Seminole offense. Can Georgia Tech get a stop here on this play? Youngale out of the shotgun. One guy behind him, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Youngale drops back to throw, goes down the middle, got a man, 1st down. 1st down and goal, Seminoles. And it's Benson. And Benson with the catch, and down at the 2-yard line, it'll be 1st and goal for the Seminoles. And they got a chance to tie this game up. Another accurate throw by DJ Youngale. It'll be 1st and goal. 15th play of this drive for the Seminoles. 2 big 4th down conversions by the Seminoles. Youngale hands it off to Williams. Up the middle, standing up. Williams, touchdown Florida State. And the Seminoles get their first touchdown of the second half, and their first one since the first quarter. Now the question is, will Florida State go for 2, or will they take the extra point? Because they went for a 2-point conversion earlier. And it looks like they're just going to kick the extra point here. Fitzgerald will try to make this one a tie game. And he does. So with that extra point, we are tied up again. 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of play of this one. Your score, Georgia Tech 21, Florida State 21. College football is back, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll be back. You're listening live here to a live play-by-play broadcast of College Football 2024, right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcasts of college football 2024. We're all tied up at 21-all. This game's not over, folks. Two big fourth down conversions by the Seminoles and a touchdown there for Williams, number 24 for Florida State, to tie it up all at 21-all. So Georgia Tech, again, big strength for them has been the running game. Can they run out the rest of the clock with that running game, with their momentum, and try to win this ball game on a game-winning drive? Or will Florida State get an automatic stop here? And again, Florida State ties it up all at 21. Their first touchdown since the first quarter of play. And they've only led twice in this game, 11-8 and then 8-0. King goes play action on first down, fires it right side, and that one's complete. And looks like it's going to be a gain of about 5, maybe 4. Georgia Tech starts at the 25-yard line. So second down coming up. Georgia Tech, of course, has come ready to play in this ball game. You look at the total yards, 291 for Florida State, 286 for Georgia Tech. Both offenses really even. And that's the reason why I think you're seeing the score tied up at 21-all as well. 5:50 to go. Georgia Tech's going to try to waste that clock down, I can tell already. King out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Now he's going to keep it for himself on the read option. King tries to get to the edge, and he'll be close to that first down. He goes out of bounds. It'll be third down coming up. It looks like it's going to be like third down and 1. They said he got a gain of 4 on that play, so third down and 2, actually. They're going to say third down and 2. Georgia Tech's been really running the football hard on this defense against Florida State. That's been the biggest strength, is try to wear down that defensive line for Florida State. Third down and 2 coming up. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of play. Could Georgia Tech pull off a huge upset to start out the season? And penalty flags. False start against Georgia Tech, and that's big. It was third and 2. Now it's going to be third down and 6. Georgia Tech. Big penalty there. Florida State fans really fired up. It's third and 7, I should say. I feel like there's more Seminole fans than Georgia Tech fans here, it looks like. College football, of course, is back, and it's great to see the fan bases once again packing college football stadiums. But it's in Dublin, Ireland. Third down and 7. King out of the shotgun, takes a snap, screen pass complete, makes a move, breaks 2 ankles, and a first down. Number 11, Haynes, who's been a big part of that offense for Georgia Tech, on a screen pass, gets the first down after the catch, and he broke 2 Florida State defenders' ankles. King got the blitz on him, and 2 Florida State players go down. And now it's a first down coming up. Again, Georgia Tech with a little bit of strategy here to try to waste that clock down. And now Haynes King's going to keep it for himself. King, he's still on his feet, trying to push the weight of the pile. And he gets to Florida State territory, and he'll be down about the 49-yard line. This running game of Georgia Tech is looking really awesome for this year. I mean, who knows? They could be one of the top running games in the ACC if they keep this up. Again, it's early season feels, though. Second down and 3 coming up. A gain of 7 by King. 61 rushing yards for him in this game. We haven't seen the backup quarterback. We were going to see two backups, but King playing his heart out. King gets the snap up the middle to Haynes. Haynes breaks a tackle, shows off the strength, and a first down. He gets down to about the 42-yard line. First down, Yellow Jackets. Well, this offensive line for Georgia Tech as well, they have really been amazing. They have so much experience on that offensive line as well. Well, remember, the clock will stop at the 2-minute mark because of the 2-minute warning, but there's 2:43 to go in this fourth quarter. Georgia Tech again trying to run out this clock. King on the quarterback keeper. King trying to get to the edge. Can he get plenty of speed there? He gets to about the 40-yard line at best. And now it's going to be second down coming up. Not a bad run by King. Smart strategy. Gain of 3 yards. Again, try to waste that clock down if you're this Georgia Tech offense. And maybe try to get a game-winning field goal out of this. But again, we did not expect Georgia Tech to compete in this game. I did say my prediction back then that Georgia Tech would compete first half, but second half, Florida State would pull away, but that's not the case. Anything can happen in college football, ladies and gentlemen. 2-minute warning. That'll be the second 2-minute warning of this ball game. Second down and 7 coming up. We'll take a quick break here. Your score, Florida State 21, Georgia Tech 21. 1:58 to go in this fourth quarter of play. You're listening live here to a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024 right here live on the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel. It's not over yet, folks, but tied up at 21-all. With 1:58 remaining, the 2-minute warning just came into play. Georgia Tech, just a few, maybe minutes away from pulling off maybe an upset here. But again, never count out this Florida State team. This Georgia Tech team, though, I've been really impressed with their running game. The toughness of Haynes King and the toughness of also Hayes in the backfield. He's been the big story of this game. Coming up at the end of this game, we'll have, of course, our players of the game, and then we'll have a look at our final stats, and then we'll end things out with this broadcast, and we'll talk about also the next broadcast for you here on the channel coming up next weekend for college football. Back to action here, 2nd and 7. King gets the snap. King going to hand it off to Haynes. Haynes going to be close to that first down. They're in field goal range, though. So now it's a huge 3rd down coming up here for the Yellow Jackets. Georgia Tech has 3 timeouts left, so does Florida State, but the Yellow Jackets are looking to waste that clock down. And with a first down here, they can try to really try to get in territory to kick a game-winning field goal, perhaps. Well, if you're a Georgia Tech fan out there, you got to feel excited about the future of this program. 3rd down and 1 coming up. Quick snap. Going to hand it off up the middle, and that is enough for a first down. The Yellow Jackets get the first down with 1:11 remaining in the 4th. Timeout is called by the Florida State Seminoles. We will take a quick break. Tied up at 21-all, 1:11 to go in this 4th quarter. Georgia Tech 21, Florida State 21. You're listening live here to a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcasts of college football 2024. Georgia Tech and Florida State knotted up here at 21-all. The Yellow Jackets with an opportunity to pull off a huge upset here to kick off this season of 2024. Georgia Tech trying to run out the clock as much as they can. 1:11 to go here in the 4th quarter of play. Florida State just took a timeout. It is 1st down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. I tell you what, this Georgia Tech team, I've been really impressed with them. And again, if they can pull off this upset, it's definitely going to really change a lot of predictions, including mine. I had Florida State going to the conference championship and to the playoff as a number 3 team. First down and 10 at the 31. King gets the snap, hands it off up the middle, and Florida State stuffs that run a little bit. That'll be a gain of about maybe a couple yards, maybe 3. Mike Norvell takes his second timeout. 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining in this ball game. We'll take a quick break here. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening live here to a live play-by-play broadcast of College Football 2024 right here live on the YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucas Ross Sports YouTube channel, live play-by-play broadcasts of college football once again of 2024. The opening college football game, of course, in Dublin, Ireland. Florida State and Georgia Tech both tied up here at 21 all with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter of play. Georgia Tech with a great opportunity here to pull off the upset to begin this 2024 season, and also new era of college football. Again, newcomers in conferences and a 12-team playoff era. I think that's what really means a lot to some of these teams. Second down and 7. King. Elliott, get away from King. King misses the snap. And Georgia Tech gets pulled down for a big loss on second down. Miscommunication there for Georgia Tech's offense. And maybe that changes everything now. It's third down and long coming up. And if you are Georgia Tech, you probably got to throw the football here. Haynes King drops the snap. It's not a bad snap. It was just miscommunication. Timeout, Florida State. The ball is spotted at the 39. It is 3rd down and 18. And again, if you're Georgia Tech here, I think you've got to really, pass the football here. That way you can get your kicker into field goal range. They're out of field goal range. 55 seconds to go. We could see probably an overtime game as well in our first play-by-play broadcast of the college football season. 3rd down and 18. King throws a short pass to the left, complete to the left, and a huge gain. And Georgia Tech's in field goal range. Singleton Jr. redeems himself there after the miscommunication. And now Georgia Tech's looking to run out the clock. There is a 5-second difference between play clock and game clock. Huge play there for the Yellow Jackets as the clock keeps running here with 20 seconds to go. And Georgia Tech will take a timeout. And they'll try to let this clock roll down. And Georgia Tech will be set up for a game-winning field goal. Timeout called with 5 seconds remaining. First time out of the half for Georgia Tech. Will history be made for Georgia Tech here? 2015, they're showing flashbacks here between these two teams. Georgia Tech won in 2015 on a blocked field goal and took it back all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. And, of course, I will never forget that day. I was still in high school by that time. Georgia Tech just one field goal away, one game-winning field goal away from winning this ball game and upsetting the number 10th ranked team in the country. 44-yard attempt for the win. Waiting for the snap. 5 seconds. There's the snap. It's on the way. And it's good! What a way to start out college football in 2024. Georgia Tech upsets number 10 Florida State. They come to Dublin, Ireland. Number 10 Florida State goes down. Georgia Tech has done it. There's going to be a celebration for the Yellow Jackets at the university. And what a way to start college football 2024. Burr kicks the game-winning field goal. And you got to feel how emotional this is for Georgia Tech. Final score, Georgia Tech 24, Florida State 21. My goodness. Can you believe what just happened? It looked like it was going to miss. But Georgia Tech gets it through. Let's take a look at the final stats here as we're going to end this broadcast. What a big upset. Brent Key gets his biggest win of his college career up to date against a top 10 ranked opponent. All the preseason expectations may have gone away now for the Seminoles. As again, the final score of this game, Georgia Tech 24, Florida State 21. Number 10th ranked Florida State goes down. Let's take a look at the final stats. Georgia Tech with 18 total first downs, Florida State with 20. 5 out of 9 on third down conversions for Georgia Tech, 5 out of 12 for Florida State. 2 out of 3 on fourth downs for Florida State. 291 total yards for the Seminoles, 336 though for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. What an offensive performance. 146 passing yards, 193 for Florida State, 146 for Georgia Tech, I should say. Player of the game, I forgot to mention that, is going to go to Haynes King. Haynes King delivered. Haynes King obviously delivered in this game, and he definitely deserves it. Haynes King finishes 11 of 16 of passing yards, 146. DJ Uyunglele finishes 19 of 27 for 193. Rushing yards, 98 for Florida State, 190. What a dominating performance on the ground for the Yellow Jackets. 36 rushing yard attempts, 31 for Florida State, 1 of 10 for Florida State in penalties, and then 3 penalties on Georgia Tech for 35 yards. That is a look at your final stats of this first college football game. Georgia Tech again, 24, Florida State 21. Player of the game for Florida State's going to go to DJ Uyunglele. And again, Haynes King is your Lucas Ross Sports Player of the Game in the first ever college football broadcast of Lucas Ross Sports. What a way to kick off the college football season, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. Game-winning field goal. Don't forget, next weekend it's going to get even better. We got Florida and Miami next Saturday. That'll be our first game of the doubleheader. Then we got Notre Dame taking on Texas A&M. That'll be our second game on next Saturday. And then on Sunday, we got LSU and also USC next Sunday. And then we'll talk about more games throughout that broadcast as well. But that is going to do it here for the broadcast. As, again, your final score, Georgia Tech 21, Florida State 21, or Georgia Tech 24, Florida State 21, as this has been a live play-by-play broadcast of college football 2024. So long, everybody.